Hello VC, this is a vinyl community contest entry video for Lloyd Boone World of Music 2, who's doing a competition because horror of horrors, his account got hacked, lost all his subscribers, and he's starting again, which kind of filled me with horror actually. So this is for Lloyd. He's doing a competition of some description, but obviously as he's in Australia, no need to send me anything all the way from Oz. But if there's any VC members watching this who haven't yet to check out my channel or subscribe, that would be much appreciated. That would be reward enough for me. So we've got to talk about two albums that are rarely seen or featured on the VC, and then some stuff about ourselves, including our musical prowess. So stay tuned for that one. So without further ado, the first album I'm going to show is a band that in 1993 were kind of talked up as a new kind of wave of British guitar bands, and the band was the Auteurs, and the album was actually called New Wave, like what I did there. Mercury Music Prize nominated. They were kind of contemporaries of Suede, but they were a less arch kind of band, classic kind of songwriting. Luke Haynes, who's the main kind of person in this band, has gone on to do Black Box Recorder, Bad Meinhof. But the Auteurs for me were always the best thing he's been involved with, and all four of their albums are excellent and all a little bit different. So I rarely see this band mentioned at all, but if you do see a copy of this album, I would grab it. It's an absolute classic. The singles were a song called Showgirl and How Could I Be Wrong, but the whole album is just fantastic from start to finish. One of my absolute favourites. So this is a reissue. This had this on CD for many years, so when the reissue came out I was delighted. But there you go. So that's the Auteurs, New Wave. Rarely talked about, but certainly give it a go. Luke Haynes, he's incredibly prolific. He's done about 2 million solo albums, and they're all slightly mad. And he also does a column for Record Collector magazine. So there you go. So that's the Auteurs. I'll come to my second album in a bit. So Lloyd also wanted to know a little bit about us, which is a great opportunity, because when I started this channel, which is fairly new, I was thinking, how do I kind of tell people who may or may not be watching why I've done the channel and anything about myself. So thank you, Lloyd. This gives me an opportunity. So I think most people have talked about what they do for a living. So I've been in the financial services industry for 35 years, which is a long old time, and quite scarily I finish this month, which is kind of wonderful and terrifying all at the same time. So come the end of June I will no longer be in the industry, and hence starting this channel to keep me occupied and keep me out of trouble, as the wife said. So yes, that's me. The other thing Lloyd wanted to know was our internet passwords, our bank account details, mother's maiden name, stuff like that. Sorry, Lloyd, I'm getting you confused with a young lady on the phone whose family were terribly ill. So yeah, I gave all those details to her. So no. So the other thing he wanted to know was our favourite foods. So anyone who knows me, it is curry, curry and curry. So the Midlands, where I'm from, is the home of the Balti, and it's the curry capital of the world. And I love curry so much, I even started my own curry club, which has a whole 3 members currently, just for more excuses to go out and go to different curry houses. So anyone knows me, that's pretty much, if there's a shout out for what are we having as a takeaway, curry is it. So second album. So now Lloyd is down under, and I actually bought this album when I was in Fremantle in Australia, which is not far from Perth. So hello to Michelle and Simon Sullivan, who we stayed with, who've emigrated over there, so good friends of my wife and I. And this album I was delighted to find. So this is Black Rebel Motorcycle Club and their third album, Hell. Now, I thought this band, when they did their debut album, a little bit like the Auteurs, I thought they were going to be a huge band, but unfortunately I think they came about just as guitar kind of music started to tank a little bit, and I think the whole downloading and streaming kind of killed the record industry a bit. And the record label that these guys were on, when this third album was released, I think went belly up. So it kind of came out but didn't get much of a promotion. So their earlier albums are very guitar, they're kind of big feedback. Think Ride, Jesus and Mary Chain crossed with Oasis and those kind of 90s guitar bands. But that probably doesn't do them a good service, that one actually. But this one is more of a rootsy kind of acoustic-y album. I think there were some problems within the band when they were making this, so they stripped everything back. And this is a fabulous, fabulous album. So nice gatefold and some writing on the back, which is far too small for you to read. But when this came out, obviously I had the CD, but when we were in Australia, I spotted it in a record shop in Fremantle, tucked away. So it's a nice kind of translucent, browny, bronzy vinyl. But this album got featured really heavily in True Detective, if anyone remembers that, with Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey, is it? And the season 1 of that is one of the best TV shows ever made. But that album, there's 2 or 3 songs that they use throughout that. So again, if anyone hasn't as of yet, check this album out. It's brilliant. I don't really see Black Rebel Motorcycle Club mentioned right in the VC, and that needs to be rectified. So my 2 choices. So from 1993, the Auteurs debut album, that's a fab album. And then from 2005, the third album by Black Rebel Motorcycle Club. So we've done a bit about myself, we've done the music. The next thing you wanted to know about was, can we play a musical instrument? So I took a while to do this video because I thought I'd better do a bit of practicing. So I'm just going to plug in and I'll play you a tune, so just bear with. So I hope you enjoyed that. Obviously it took me several months of practice there, so I've had a guitar for many years, but yeah, I don't get the excuse to play it, so thank you, Lloyd, and stay tuned. So thank you for watching. That was short and sweet, and I'll see you on the next one, and goodbye. Yeah, Dan, all right there. Yeah, I'd need some short clips of you playing the guitar. Just wear that red Cult Tour t-shirt that we both got, and yeah, just make it look good. Do something on the electric rather than the acoustic, because you know how crap I am on the guitar, and I've got to do this video, and apparently you've got to wear a stupid hat, and you know, I don't do hats, so I've only got, you know, ones that my wife wears. So yeah, send him over, Matt, and yeah, I'll treat you to a curry. Have a good one. Ta-da.